Hello, namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this yoga class. Today's class is just going to be a short one, but one that you can do to ground and relax before sleep and before rest. So if you haven't already, you can pause this video and you can get yourself a cup of tea if you like before bed, and you can also have a blanket on hand to get really nice and cozy if that's what you like. So let's get started. We're going to start with some grounding breaths. So placing your palms facing up on your knees and just closing your eyes here. Starting to deepen the breath. With each inhale getting deeper, and each exhale getting more drawn out. Just landing here in the moment. To enjoy these deep, relaxing breaths and these soft, kind, loving movements for our body before sleep. Just blinking the eyes open here. We're going to come into our first pose, which is child's pose. So you're going to take the knees nice and wide, sitting back onto your feet, and then slowly just walking your hands out in front of you until your forehead is resting on the ground. And you can either have your arms out in front of you, stretched out like this, or if it's more comfortable for you, you can take them either side and just relax them around you like you're giving yourself a little hug. Just taking some time here to melt in, remembering those deep breaths. Feeling yourself completely supported by the ground beneath you. And maybe starting to bring in that feeling of gratitude. Gratitude towards yourself for being here and practicing this light, loving yoga before sleep. Letting go of anything from the day that no longer serves you. Releasing it here and changing your focus to a new day, a chance to rest, and an opportunity to choose some new feelings and thoughts. A couple more deep breaths here. And then very slowly, just starting to walk your body back up. We're going to come into a laying on our back position now. So just slowly making your way there, taking all the time that you need. Laying down onto your back and then taking the soles of the feet together and the knees out wide so that we're in laying butterfly. Palms can be facing up, just spread out wherever feels good for you. And now that we're here, closing your eyes and focusing on taking those deep inhales and long drawn out exhales. Taking a moment just to settle in here, allowing the hips and the groin to open, release any tension in that area of the body, relaxing your jaw, and just practicing allowing here. So if anything came up in your day that was not serving you, just allowing it to be and releasing it here. You've taken this time for yourself, so give yourself full permission to enjoy and indulge in this relaxing self-care moment. A couple more deep breaths here. Maybe taking the hands to the belly and just feeling it fill up with the exhale and lower as you exhale. Fill up with the inhale and lower as you release with the exhale. Blinking your eyes open here, taking the hands to either side of the legs and just really slowly bringing them back together. No fast movements here, maybe just doing a little side to side wind wiper with the legs, just to nourish those hip joints. And from here we're going to move up against a wall. This is called legs up the wall pose, but it's really good for allowing fresh oxygenated blood to flow through your upper body, and you get very similar benefits like you would doing a headstand. So I'm going to move over to my bookshelf here because I don't have a wall in the camera, but you can move up towards a wall and you're just going to scooch your hips as close as you can to wherever you're putting your legs up, and then as you lay down, just slowly bring those legs up, and you can scooch your hips closer to the wall as well. Just resting your legs up, allowing that blood to flow in the opposite direction. Maybe taking your hands out either side, palms facing up if that feels good, or maybe it feels good for you to keep them resting on the belly, giving the belly some warmth with your palms. Just remembering to breathe deeply here. Focusing on and feeling your breath. As you draw breath in, and it brings in fresh oxygen for your blood and your body and your brain. And as you release it and exhale anything that your body doesn't need. What no longer serves you. It's interesting how our body naturally does that, but we almost have to teach ourselves how to release things that no longer serve us. And when we can focus in on the breath, the prana energy, our life force, it reminds us to do just that. Release anything that no longer serves us. Just here for a couple more breaths. One more deep inhale. And exhale, sigh it out. Release. Now just really slowly make your way out of this, however feels comfortable for you. And we're going to make our way back onto our mat, maybe for a little sip of tea break. Before laying back down on our back, getting comfortable. We're going to take a supine spinal twist here. So bringing up the left knee, giving it a nice big hug into the chest. Right leg stays straight. Taking the right hand over that left leg and slowly drawing it over to the right side of your body. Trying to keep that left shoulder planted on the ground, maybe making a little cactus arm here. And if it feels good to have your gaze up towards the ceiling, that's perfect. Otherwise, you could take it into a full spinal twist and just take your gaze over to the left side, the opposite side of your twist. Remembering to breathe deep here. And just thinking about how nourishing this movement is for the spine, and that it lubricates the spinal joints. It's a very detoxing movement for our inner organs, allowing lots of fresh, oxygenated blood to flow through. On the next exhale, just releasing that slowly. Coming back to center, the legs are down straight, maybe giving them a little shake out. And then drawing in the right knee for a nice big hug to the chest, to the heart. And then really slowly with your left hand, taking that right knee over to the left side of the body. Doing the same thing on the other side with your hand, and either keeping your gaze up, or if it feels good in the neck, taking it over to the right side. Just remembering to breathe here. I know it can feel difficult when your organs are a little bit closed off. Two more breaths here. And then slowly taking it out and releasing the legs down, maybe giving them a little shake. And if you have a blanket, now is definitely the time to take that for you. We're going to take Shavasana. But I love having a blanket over me in this posture so that I can just stay here for a while and feel really nice and cozy. So Shavasana, corpse pose. So your legs are out straight wherever feels comfortable. Maybe the feet are falling out to either side. Maybe the palms are facing up towards the ceiling, resting out wherever feels good. You're nice and cozy. Taking a moment here for yourself to just rest in, melt in. Feeling that support from the ground beneath you. You're safe here. You are supported. And giving yourself full permission to spend a few moments just here in Shavasana, focusing in on your breath. This is one of the best things you will do for yourself today. So thank yourself for being here. Thank you so much for joining me for this class. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a fabulous rest of your evening, getting a great night's sleep. If you want to stay here in Shavasana for a few more minutes, please do that. It's so nourishing and good for you. Namaste.